Tutors of Life podcast, episode 54. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
And this is Sam.
Merry Christmas for the last weekend where it was Christmas.
What did that even mean?
Merry Christmas.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
How are you this morning, Sam?
I'm exhausted. How about you?
I want more coffee.
We should have made more before we came up here.
Yeah, we really didn't think that one through.
No, we did not.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
We could just hit pause. No, I'm just kidding. We're too deep.
Yep.
We made it too far.
Yes, we have.
How was your Christmas, Sam?
It was wonderful.
That's
we were
good.
lazy. How about you?
We were lazy like all day, and it was phenomenal.
It was phenomenal. Mimi loved it.
We just hung out, finished The Witcher. Like we watched 4 or 5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And ate some foods. Really just chilled. Just chilled all day long.
Yeah, we did.
So that was fun. I like doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much all we did. Now today we have 2 Christmases. And then we should be done.
Yep.
Looking forward to being done.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, then we just have to give my nephews and nieces their presents, which is mainly gift cards.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sam, what is our topic today?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, we're going to talk about the refinance since I just got my portfolio loan refinanced.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yep.
Okay, Shaun, we're talking about the refinance today.
Yep.
So what did we just... Sorry. We're making sure we're not too loud. So what did we just do? It's kind of exciting, actually.
Yeah. So, part of selling the business to Ryan and Cody, I got some of the properties Ryan and I owned together. And since both of our names were on the majority of stuff, I just figured it'd be easier to refinance out into a new loan since rates are pretty good right now. So we shopped around and found interest rates as low as 2.875, I believe. But I think that was for a 5-year term. But I wanted a 10-year, well, not term, a 10-year AM.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted a 10-year ARM, yeah. And so I ended up having to do a 3.75 loan, 3.75 interest rate, 25-year amortization with a 10-year ARM.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I think we kind of talked about that too. That loan is really nice because when the 10 years come up, we don't have to sign for the next 10 years.
Yes, so some banks, they have it set where every 5 years you have to sign a new contract at whatever the prime rate is for another 5 years or whatever. And this bank, it's just a 25-year loan. It could be variable. It could be variable interest rates the whole time. And so if you get to the end of the 10 years and you don't like where interest rates are, you can just hang out and wait a year or two before locking yourself up into an interest rate. Mm-hmm. Which I thought's pretty good because, boy, I'd hate to get to 10 years.
And then have our interest rate either double or triple.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, and then be locked up for that for another 5 or 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that, thankfully, we can kind of ride it out and play it out and see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really flexible, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So how did we have to start this process?
So we had the properties in mind, the ones we want to do a portfolio loan on.
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to a couple banks to see who would give me the best rates and terms. So after calling a few different places, we found who would do the best rates and best terms. And we moved forward with them. I had to send them over all of my documentation, my taxes, my personal financial statement, my W-2s maybe.
Yeah, and
rent rolls. I had to do rent rolls.
We have been doing a lot of this stuff is stuff we need constantly for new home loans. So it's not that hard for us to get all of that.
Yeah,
or Sean to get all
I have
that.
a folder with all that in it.
Right. Or like some banks already have it, so they don't need a new one.
Yeah.
So it's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I primarily use one bank because they already have all my stuff.
Yeah, so it's really easy.
They're great to work with. I just say, hey, can you guys do this? And they go, yes or no. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, the first one's really annoying, but then once you get the hang of it, it's not nearly as bad.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty trivial now.
Mm-hmm. But so then we had to get, or the bank got appraisals for all the houses.
Yeah, so we had two options. I wanted this process to be done by the first of the year. So we had the appraisal process or the evaluation process. Appraisals were going to be way more money, and they were going to take into the new year by a couple to few weeks minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I don't really want to wait that long. So I took the evaluation route, which is like a mini appraisal, but not as accurate.
Which that is for sure.
A
thing.
Yeah, for sure a thing. So we got them evaluated, and some of the evaluations did not make sense whatsoever.
Yeah, they kind of sucked.
Yeah, there was a couple that I was like, okay, this is too high, and a couple where I was like, this doesn't even make sense. This is so low. It's not even possible. Please show me one other house in this market that's like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did we? Oh, yeah, because then didn't they send you comps and they were like not even close to what the house actually was?
I think so. Yeah.
But did you ever send in like the tax statements? Because like some of our taxes say that the estimated value is higher than what they estimated.
Oh.
Did you ever give them those or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
I wasn't sure if you were able to do that or not.
No, so, well, maybe you could. I just guess I didn't ask. But so I got some of the, once we got the evaluations back, then we could choose what route we wanted to take for cash out refinance and getting a equity line of credit and stuff. And so I decided to go with a 25% equity in. So I could take out everything to the 25 mark, or everything up to the 75 mark. So that's what I did. 75-25, left 25% equity into the portfolio loan. But two of the properties are extremely undervalued in the portfolio loan. And undervalued probably to the point of around 150,000, probably maybe even 200,000 between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I talked with the bank to see what our options were, and we could tie so it's 8 properties. We could tie the 8 properties up in the portfolio loan. We can close doing a 75-25 cash out refinance.
Mm-hmm.
So then any excess up to the 75% I would get out in tax-free cash.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that. Now, 2 of the properties that got poor evaluations need a little work done to them, and so we're doing the work to those. And when the work is done, I can order appraisals on those 2. Since I just got evaluations, I can order appraisals on those 2. And we can make a equity line of credit, 75-25 up to 75% of the value based on those new amounts.
Mm-hmm. So are those in the portfolio loan now?
Both those are in the portfolio loan, yep.
Yeah.
And so we'll be...
So yeah, I mean, it's hard if you do have a project in progress. Because, like, that's one extra step we have to do now is once they're done, then we have to get appraisals and then get the refinance out down the road.
Yeah.
So that's one unfortunate thing. But so if you have a lot of properties that are already done, good to go, and you just want them to be on one loan, it's a good idea.
Yeah, because ideally, I would have waited to refinance those until they were completed. I just did it this way since I wanted them to be in the same portfolio loan, and they were ones that Ryan and I had joint in other business names. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to get it all under one name.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I had another question for you. I don't know. Oh well.
Okay.
So now no. Oh, one thing about doing this, because now Shaun gets the cash out refi, so everything that's left over from paying all the loans off, up to the 75%, Shaun gets back in cash. Mm-hmm. So the one plus side about that is, like, with that money, you can invest in other projects, or like we're using it as like a floater for Tutor's home improvement, just so we can pay people for the jobs that we have currently going on. Like, it's just a good buffer to have.
Yeah.
But like, we did that with our current house, and then
we did an equity line of credit with our current house. Not a cash out refi.
We didn't get any money out of this?
No, we just did a line of credit.
Oh, okay, never mind.
We did that with Oxford.
Yep, that house, that duplex.
And we'll do it with Ferry Street.
Yep. But we also suggested one of our friends to do that too, because he wants to start getting into Airbnbs and some rental properties. Mm-hmm. So it's just a good option if you can't save up a lump sum of money to buy some kind of investment property. It is an easy way to use what you currently have to get some money to put towards an investment.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, your mortgage will go up, obviously.
Yep.
But if you are investing into real estate and you're getting cash flow, then that's going to kind of balance it out.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So that's one good thing about, like, refinancing for sure.
And you get a better rate in this market, at least.
Yeah, definitely in this market.
So, I took some of my, like, 4.74%, 4.6%, 4.5%, and brought them down to a 3.75. Mm-hmm. So, and took them from 20-year AMs with 5-year ARMs to 25-year AM, 10-year ARM. Mm-hmm. So.
And don't, like, start just applying for refinancing at all your banks. Like, actually talk to a loan officer. Because they can tell you what they can offer you way better than their websites can or anything.
Yeah, I always just call the loan officer, see what they can do, and then it's, if it's anywhere off of, like, I guess the industry standard, if it's anywhere, like, better than the industry standard, then it's worth having a deeper conversation. Mm-hmm. If they come back as just the industry standard and they're not interested in moving, then you just move on to the next one because you're just going to waste your time.
Right.
So.
Because that's one, we've talked about it before, but that's one mistake we made with this house, is that we just started applying to a bunch of places, and it really screwed over our credit score, which at the time, that really kind of mattered to us. Right now, we're kind of further into investing in real estate that it doesn't matter as much anymore. Mm-hmm. You get to a point eventually where they're like, oh, you have all these rentals and they all make money, here's another loan for you. Mm-hmm. But at that time we were not in that place.
No, right.
So we just started applying to places, and then we found out that local banks are way better than any kind of mortgage website online thing.
Yeah, they did say though that, like, oh, you can apply to as many places you want in 2 weeks, and your credit score will only get hit once for a pull. And so we applied to like 6 different places in the 2-week time window, and that did not stand true. Our credit score got hit pretty wildly.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely not true.
And it's still even recovering, because it takes about 2 years to get those hard inquiries off.
Yeah.
So.
Oh well, I don't really.
I mean, now it doesn't matter for us.
Yeah, I don't think they even look at the credit score for commercial loans like that.
No, but some people probably do another residential. Yeah. But yeah, use your local banks. Call them and ask them what their interest rates are.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly the best way.
Credit unions and local banks are really good.
Yeah, we have used a lot of different local banks around here, and they've all been really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they have. They're good. So let's see. What else is there about it? So, I mean, that's the long and skinny on it. The couple of the properties that I'm finishing up, I can use these refi proceeds to pay for all the rest of the materials, pay for the rest of the labor, and I'll be sitting good. I won't be hit hard at all because that's essentially kind of like it's a lot of it's free money from forced appreciation through remodels and through the couple years that they're in the market.
Yeah.
Because the market's appreciated so much in 2 years. So a combo of those things allowed me to get the money out to finish these couple projects, and then it'll help float payroll and paying materials and labor as I roll into flipping more properties with Tutor improvement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so.
It's just refinancing is just a good way if you wanna, like if you owned your personal home for 10 years, or if like you've always paid extra on your loan payments, and like let's say you put in some work into your house, so you have forced appreciation on it anyways. It is a good way to get some money back out of your house to put towards an investment to help you make passive income.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, the main thing I have to say about that though is if you're going to just take that money to go do dumb shit or buy liabilities, not assets, please don't do that.
Yeah, don't take it out.
Only refinance and do a cash out refinance if you plan to use that money for more asset investment. And preferably cash flowing assets, because that will level off you having to pay more on the mortgage from the cash out refinance.
Yeah, if it's not going to make you money, then there's no point to it.
I agree full-heartedly. I think, boy, that's like all I've got on the refinance.
Yeah, we've talked about it slightly in some other podcasts.
It is such a simple process, guys. If you have any questions, just reach out to us, text us, email us, Instagram message us. Just a simple process, and it can be super beneficial to you. So, boy, that's all I got, Sam.
That's all I got.
Okay, everybody, have a wonderful week. Be very productive, and Happy New Year.
Well, we'll have another podcast out before the new year.
Yeah, whatever. Happy New Year.
See ya.